Hello everyone, Angelo here, Hollywood filmmaker. I took the bus for the first time in LA, any public transportation in LA, to work, and I'm walking the last few blocks. I was surprised how quick it was. I forgot that, it doesn't have to be a long, tedious process. They don't stop at every stop. I know that sounds naive, but you got to request a stop. How do you request a stop if you're not next to the button that you press? I'm lucky I saw someone else press it, because I was like, is there a thing? Because I remember in Arlington, Virginia, you had to request a stop on the last bus I took there. And I didn't know that, so I'm like, oh crap, they're going past where I live. What do I do? So that was really quick. And this is easy. Also, the buses are free here. I asked the bus driver, how do I pay? Because I loaded up my tap card on my phone, but I don't understand, is there a QR code or what? She's like, oh no, the buses are free. So I'm like, oh, cool. I was extremely depressed yesterday. Not about this situation. Confluence of things, like feeling almost like the lowest I've felt since I've been in LA. And I was like, man, this is bad. Like, I was dissociating, not in the way that I normally do it, but like, as in more like derealized. Like, I was taking my screenwriting class. My brain could literally, I had trouble focusing on words the teacher was saying and what our responses were supposed to be, because we're all supposed to give feedback on people's scripts, and it was kind of scary and disturbing. I'm like, oh crap. I had to get up, walk around, do muscle relaxation. It was all, online on Zoom, so I wasn't on camera. I could just do that a little, and it helped. But yeah, I was feeling real low. I don't know, a bunch of things. Life catches up. Looking back, feeling like a failure on a lot of things. Like, man, how many years did I miss out on just being dissociated, being an underachiever, being screwed up? Because, even in the years where I wasn't totally dissociated, I'm like, all I can see is my failures reflected back to me. And I'm like, oh, people are out feeling emotions and functioning. And I'm like struggling to learn how to feel emotions, because I spent several years horribly dissociated to the point of basically being disabled. And I didn't even know that. Like, I literally had no idea until 2012 to 13, when I was like, I'm definitely disabled. I couldn't drive, couldn't work. And I'm like, man, my brain is going to all the worst thoughts about myself. I gotta switch it around. And so I was trying, and I'm struggling with the screenplay assignment I'm writing for class. I'm like, what is wrong with my brain? I can't work this out. My shoulder hurts. I did my physical yesterday at the doctor. It was only $150. That was nice. I literally expected it to be like $500. And I'm going to try and make an appointment with a physical therapist, because that bums me up. But I'm able to work out again. My shoulder and elbows are good. I think I need to take like 3 days away from being on a computer, which is hard when you work at a computer and you write. Screenwriter. But yeah, this is cool. I'm going to go to Sunspace, the Harmonic Garden. I don't know if anybody watching this from Sunspace watches. If you want to carpool from Hollywood there, let me know, because my car's gone. So I'm going to have to, I could take a Lyft or whatever, but take a bus, go to the metro. That'll be interesting. First metro ride in LA. I've ridden the metro in DC and Virginia a bunch of times. And it's a shame the metro doesn't go everywhere you really would want it to in LA, because this is the perfect place for it, to avoid having cars. Now that I'm not driving, I see how, even more, what a dangerous liability cars are. Like, struggling to find parking in my neighborhood. I see people always trying to find parking. People honking at each other on little side streets because they're pulling out and ignoring, traffic or whatever the case. And you got all kinds of pedestrians out you got to watch out for. So I'm like, man, it'd be amazing to and you'd reduce fatalities and injuries. And if you had more cars. But yeah, I was just feeling down, and got to flip that around. And because also my mind is racing to all the worst thoughts about myself. But that was cool, and it was an interesting experience standing waiting for the bus. And I know I sound like such a naive kid, but that wasn't a big deal at all. It was actually it felt quicker than driving in a way. I don't know. It was a little quicker because it didn't go the full distance to my job. I'm still walking the last few blocks. Anyone want a carpool from Hollywood to to the Harmonic Garden, where Sunspace is holding their Halloween party tomorrow? Let me know. I got to pick out a costume. I would like to go as Anton Chigurh. I kind of look like him, but you got to buy a wig. Those are expensive. I actually did dress as him one year, and it was like $150 for the whole outfit. I'll probably go my old standby Hannibal Lecter if I can find the straitjacket and mask in a Halloween store. But yeah, my mind was spinning out, racing. I'm like, what is wrong with me, man? So, just trying to focus, be in the moment, remember my muscle relaxation and the stuff I do for my DPDR treatment. Man, some of these street signs suck. Like, I recognize where I am when I'm driving more, but on foot, I'm like, everything looks different. Like, there's no street sign saying what street I'm on. I just noticed that. But I'm able, at least my shoulders and back are better to where I can work out now. I'm still not going 100% into my workout, but it was really depressing not being able to work out too. So, saving a bunch of money on the car thing. Also, if you ever lose a car, if you can help it, try not to end your car insurance. Try to just get it as like someone with no vehicle, so that if you ever test drive a car, or you drive somebody else's car, or drive a rental, you have insurance. So I got it down to $40 a month by doing that. Also, if you don't have insurance, I've read that like if you lapse on it, it'll go like 2 to 3 times higher once you decide to go back to it. So you don't want to lapse on it. Anyways, that was nice. I got to learn more tricks like carrying a bag with me and stuff. Also, I was kind of depressed because I stopped carrying around my notebook to write movie ideas in during the day. I'm like, well, I did it for 2 months. Corey Mandel recommends it for a month. I was depressed when I wasn't writing in this, so I'm just going to keep writing with it every day. All right, everybody, bye.